what what is going on here? This thing is just making an insane move. It's up 6,700%. I've never seen like anything like this in my entire life. This is more volatile than GameStop. I don't think even GameStop made a 6,000% move in a day. This is absolutely insane. My last trade on it, my last trade. Let's see if it'll show my trades here, but what a day. This is my last trade. I'm here at $4. And I thought this was high. And the reasoning, well, so we had a 1 to 25 reverse split. So the stock price 1 to 25. The market opened at the price opened at 637 for the new price, which was the market price of what it closed at, because when it closed out times 25 is $6.39. And so that's where, the market price is. But, it just dumped here all the way back down to 50 cents. I don't know what happened here. Maybe somebody was like, holy crap, Cosm is at $6. Let's short the shit out of it. And it just dumped all the way down here. Maybe. I have no idea why it dumped from 6 to 50. But, while the price was here, it is undervalued from the closing price of the previous day before by 90%. Because the closing price yesterday equals, after the reverse split, equals $6 a share. So if it's all the way back down at 52 cents a share after a 25 stock split, a 1 to 25 stock split, this is severely undervalued. So I get why the price, climbed from 50 cents up to $3 and then all the way back up to $6. I get this part, but I don't get this. After $6, like, why the heck did it go all the way up to $23 a share? There had to have been some serious short positions in this. But wow, like, I don't even have FOMO on this because of how big of a move it went. The move was just so big that, anytime like I was ready to like start trading this again, I was like, wow, look at this downside. This thing could halt down, news pending, open up at 50 cents again, $2 a share, and I would wipe out my account. So even though it did make a huge move here, I think I did the right thing by sticking to my rules. My rules is trading between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. And after that, I'm checked out and I'm done. No more trading. Here we are. It just starts slowly crawling up, grinding up, grinding up, grinding up, and then just takes off from 10 bucks. At 10 bucks, this pattern down here, I was watching it and I was like, this is so extended. This is going to halt down multiple times without a dip. And it rips from the 12, 13 pullback. I thought this was the end of it. I actually had orders in here on the bid at 1080. It halts down, reverses, and I'm waiting for that next big drop off because this has got to be the high. And then it just keeps going. And I'm like, you know what? Like, it's just going to go without me. Got to wait for the next setup. And it kind of screwed me this morning. This morning I had so much lag on COSM. I got stuck in this position here, couldn't get out, and then I finally was able to get out. And then AUVI, I was stuck in this position for a long time. Shows I have a green trade, but I had a lagging order on the market that I could not cancel for 20 minutes. Literally from here all the way to like down to here. Had to have been, that was a whole hour. I was kind of stuck with a buy order lingering. So I had to call TOS and have them cancel the order manually. And hopefully I don't get filled. I haven't gotten filled yet, but sometimes you get filled out of the nowhere. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't wake up to an open order. But I was able to reverse that trade. And that really screwed everything up because AUVI, I was in here 21 for the reclaim of VWAP for the breakout at taking profits. I was getting back in for the dip for that run up to the high, and that's when my order got stuck. And that would have been a great setup. It rips up to the high, another pullback, another rip. From here, I mean, big percentage. Yeah, it's only a 10% move, but still, like, a big share size, you can make a pretty decent profit on that. So that really screwed me mentally. I was like, all right, it's not a good trading day. I'm calling TOS at 9:45. But I also traded ALLR, made a pretty decent move. I mean, there was opportunity today. I was just like messed up in the head. Here, took a couple dips here, scratch, dip, scratch, and dip here. 200 shares, 4 cents a profit. It's actually not bad right there. Just very small size though, very small size. Small gains. And then Cosm was my decent trade here, but I was having lag on it, so I didn't really size up. Thought the risk was high. Here, take a quick 5-cent scalp through the high. Here we dip down to squeeze out short sellers here from the open. So we have shorts here, shorts here, shorts here, shorts here. I was thinking that this would get squeezed out before we go back to the backside, which we never went back to the backside. But it pops up here. I get in at 19, selling some at 23, getting back in at 22, selling some at 22.6, and then getting back in at 28, selling at 431. Then I get back in for the break of 450, adding through 450, in at 48, anticipating break of 450. Then we get a huge jump up to 464, which is the pre-market high, and I take my profits, squeezing out these shorts. So that was a really good trade. That was like a 17-cent winner. So that was really good. And that's where I made bulk of my profits today, small green. And then at that point, that was it. We had a huge knife candle here. We had another knife candle here. And we were kind of just grinding. So I pretty much stopped trading at that point. And then I came back midday, and this thing's up, 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 and it just keeps going up. And I pretty much just watched it go up thousands of percents and didn't take any trades on it. But you know what? It's good that I stuck to my rules. It could have easily actually even be red on COSM. The spreads, there was at times where the spread was 50 cents, 40 cents. And now, the spread's like $1. The spread's like $1 going into close. And then, you have that risk of that T12 halt coming down with the news pending. And if you're stuck in that thing could open up at $2 a share, like I said, and you could have just literally dug yourself a huge hole. And I've never seen anything like this. And so not seeing anything like this, I'm definitely going to treat it with some caution. I'm not going to be going all in here at 3,000% on a 3,000% gainer, trying to squeeze out some profits. If I'm going to trade at this at all, it's definitely going to be on small size. Plus, you have that risk of the offering. If I am a CEO of a company and I see this thing up from I'll give it from the 25 1 to 25 stock split, reverse stock split. So from $6, which is the market price of the stock that we opened up after the split, and I see my stock is up from 6 to up 250%, up 300% to the high, nearly 300%. You bet your ass I'm doing an offering. I'm taking my money off the table and reinvesting it back into the company or doing whatever with it, especially in a recession. I'm taking advantage of this. So, I would definitely not be swinging this overnight. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if I see this open up maybe around, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, maybe around 10, 9. I do not think this is going to go up any farther. I think it has a higher risk, a higher probability of coming all the way back down than it is to being the next, HKD that goes to 1,000. Plus, it's definitely not going to go to 1,000 because just you can tell by the volume profile, it's definitely a lot thicker than HKD and MEGL. those stocks are so thinly traded that they could skip tens and hundreds of dollars a share within a couple of minutes. Something like this is a little bit tighter, a little bit more volume, a little bit more, a little bit thicker in the weeds, so it's harder. It's not going to be skipping tens and hundreds of dollars a share like HKD, or tens of shares like MEGL. Something like this, still made a big move, huge percentage move, but do I think we're going to see multiple days of continuation all the way up to $50 a share, $100 a share, $200 a share, $2,000 a share? I don't think so. So that's sort of my take on that. Finishing today, small greens. Finishing the week in the green, baby. Nice solid green week this week. Only had one red day this week, so very good. Getting that confidence back, and I'm ready. I'm ready for December. The rest of December, that Santa Claus momentum. I'm ready for it, and if I can get a nice solid day where I'm in the zone and I put my money where my mouth is, and I punch the buy button for a couple thousand shares like I was earlier in the year, maybe like July or August. I was punching it for thousands of share blocks. I would be very happy. I would be very happy with at least getting back to where I was. Not even pressing even farther than that. If I can just get back to where I was as far as share size, that would be phenomenal, because then I could be getting back to that $500 days, $400 to $500 days, which I haven't seen in a long time. But that's mostly because of my share size. I've just been kind of grinding, low share size, not taking much risk. Partly because, I don't know, partly because of the market. I would say partly because of the market. I never really felt like I was just so dialed into the ticker. It was moving fast. I had a catalyst. It was at 9:45 in the morning or 9:30 in the morning, right in the open. Lots of volume. I really haven't felt that flow state and a perfect pitch in a long time for me to really size up to like 2,000 share increments. And those are the moments where I really do hit that gas pedal hard, and I haven't had that in a while. So my confidence just hasn't been there. Something like this, like COSM, I'm not going to be taking huge share size. It's just not in my not really in my main types of stocks or price action that I like to trade. AUVI was probably the closest today for sort of like that gap and go with, just get that breakover VWAP high volume coming into the high. Looking for some continuation. Like, this is sort of my setup here, my A+ setup. I was ready to punch it for AUVI, and even just to start scalping in this area would be very nice. But as we all can recall, AUVI just could not process those orders. I don't know why. AUVI, I remember 2 years ago I was trading AUVI during COVID, like right when COVID started. No, was it right when COVID started? Yeah, this was early, maybe end of 2020 or early 2021. And I was trading AUVI. I was making a huge move. I think I can pull it up. This move here, and I had that same problem. I was stuck in the order. My order was getting stuck. I couldn't sell. The same problem. And the guy in the line said, I don't know what it is about those stocks that start with A, but those stocks that start with A, they always, get some stuck orders. So be careful with any A stocks. So that's what he said. And I didn't remember that. And here I am getting stuck in an A stock, AUVI once again. So this was probably the best opportunity for me in my wheelhouse. Even though it didn't make a huge move, I still probably could have done pretty well if it wasn't for those meddling kids, TD Ameritrade. But that's it. I mean, that's it. This is all I traded up until 11:15. So we'll see what happens next week. This is definitely a great sign. Traders see this 6,000% move, and they're going to be coming in next week with the bulls are going to be coming in with optimism. size and aggression, and all of that accumulates and accumulates into just very strong moves, especially if we're focused on one stock and everyone's looking at the same stock because it has a good catalyst, a low float, high relative volume. There's one stock like that everyone's looking at. That's the type of stock that can make a big move. But, I mean, it really depends on what time that happens. Sometimes it happens before 7 a.m. Sometimes it happens at 3 p.m. Sometimes it happens right at the open. And a lot of times I'm not able to trade before 7 a.m. and I'm not really trading after 11 a.m. So ideally for most traders, it needs to happen between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m., preferably near the open or at the open, to have that good opportunity, when everyone is looking at it. So definitely looking forward to next week and ready to wrap up a solid green week, and definitely well earned, and definitely proud. I've had a solid green week in a long time. Past 2 months, I've just been having like small green weeks, small red weeks, and I'm in for the long term. So I'm only gonna be sizing up when I feel like it's ready. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing it. Whenever I feel like I'm forcing it, like, okay, you know what? Monday, you know what? I don't care what the heck's gonna happen. I'm just gonna add a zero at the end of every single order. Whatever happens, happens. To me, that feels like it's forcing it, and I'm just taking bigger size on every single setup, and I'm not really getting used to um, identifying the A plus setups and only adjusting your size for those setups, and for the weaker setups, for the C setups or the B setups, still taking smaller size. So I don't think it's about just sizing up across the board on every single trade. I think it's more about when you see that A plus setup, that you don't want to be taking that fifth of position size anymore. When you see an A plus opportunity that's come like a nice perfect pitch right down the middle, you want to be pushing your share size beyond your comfort zone, and I just haven't really had that in a long time. So that's why I've been kind of just still trading small share size. Uh, so I think for me it's a lot of like kind of managing your risk, not taking the same share size in every single trade, but only taking it on those A plus setups when they do come, and if we just not in a market where the A plus setups come, then it's okay to just keep grinding on small share size, and just you got to think long term. The more experience you get, the better chance you have at staying in the game long term and getting to that millionaire status. And that's why we're here. We're not here to only make a couple thousand out of the market um, every month or every year. We're here to make tens of thousands of dollars every month, or hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. So, and to get to that level, you just need to have so much accumulated experience. So, when you're early in your journey, your first few years, it's okay not to push for and force share size to try to force your profits, because you're not playing for the scoreboard right now. You're playing for the scoreboard when you have the best chance to be hitting those huge home runs 2 years from now, 3 years from now, or if you just started 5 years from now, 7 years from now. And if you're committed, you're still going to be here as long as you don't blow up your account and you're not trying to force profits too early. If you're forcing profits too early, there's a chance that you may not be here in those 5 years from now. So definitely good to keep that in mind. So if you guys are still watching, please hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe for some more awesome content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, check out the links down in the description. I got some awesome treats for you guys, so be sure to check that out. All right, see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.